Cinematic Films.
WindyCityUnderground.com, your music, your station. It's the Grand Man, Willie Grand, and we are here.
It's Boss Lady Plus 2.
And today, I've been working at this for some years. The Boss Lady was quick at it. I seen him at the 312 Awards. I'm like, bro, we got you on Wednesday. Hey, man, I want to give it up to a famous radio personality, one of the best coming out of Chicago, the mayor of Chicago. Hey, man, give it up from Seandale from 92.3.
Listen, man, this right here is a moment that I have really been looking forward to it. I'm gonna say this because I say it to Seandale all the time. He the mayor of Chicago. I'm just looking to be the mayoress when he's ready to step down, okay? I'm just saying, okay? This is a phenomenal thing for you to even be here at Grayson Illinois Media School with your presence. So we appreciate you coming out, Seandale.
Illinois Media School, shout out to Illinois Media School. Definitely doing big things. Been hearing about Illinois Media School for a minute now, and so just the things that they're doing, the opportunities that they're providing. It didn't exist. Back I've never really seen any like the way that they're doing it. I've never kind of seen it done this way. So I think it's kind of smart how they do them things.
Go ahead, Boss Lady. Ladies first.
Hey, I know you were a little excited at Seandale here, okay? You were a little excited, so I'm gonna let you go and get your little piece with Seandale.
I'm gonna just get a couple of questions out there.
We'll just say questions, not
questions. Yeah, peace. It was a couple of them pauses at the 312 Awards. They had to stop us where we was at. Every word is a pause.
Right.
And it was good to see you at the 312 Awards.
Thank you,
bro.
I appreciate it. It was great to be seen.
Man, there was a lot of black love going on up in there.
Absolutely.
A lot of personalities, a lot of Chicago legends. But I want to ask you, what inspired you to pursue a career in radio, particularly in Chicago?
Well, I'm from Chicago.
Facts.
West side of Chicago to be exact.
Oh my God.
What made me want to do radio, I was doing music first. So I never thought in a million years I'd be doing radio. So I had my first record deal at 13 on Columbia Records, RP to Jimmy Jam, who we was in a group called the Adolescents. And Jimmy Jam passed away tragically in a car accident. So, man, just devastating, even to still think about that. And then fast forward, my little brother, Jason Hungley, he knew this cat named Alizé and KT. And Alizé and KT were like singers, producers, and kicking it with them, they introduced me to, he didn't even think I introduced him, but kind of like rotating with that circle, I got intertwined with this guy who was like the CEO of his company named Shorty Capone. So Shorty Capone was over Raw Dope Records, and then I remember rotating back in the day with him and his brother named Charles Chili Patton, and they formed this group called The Pack. The Pack was my guy Navi, D-Lo Butcher, Lupe Fiasco. So that was like my second situation as far as music and traveling the world doing shows. We was signed to Epic / Sony, and I was like / road manager of that group. But that's when radio hit me, because by us being signed and traveling the world doing shows, I'm hearing the music. I'm hearing what LA is doing. I'm hearing what New York is doing. I'm hearing what Tennessee is doing. And I'm like, wow, they playing like hometown music or whatever. And I was like, it just hit me like out of nowhere. I don't know if I was on a plane, and I was like, I should do radio. And I was like, I should do radio. And then shout out to Tifa, because I interned for Tifa on WGCI years ago. Shout out to her, Leroy Johnson. It was a long time ago. And I had a television show out years ago called Raw TV that was on Fox 32. Then there was a hip-hop TV show, which actually we're looking to bring back soon or whatever.
Come on.
So God is good on that. But we had the television show. I think I called Manny Mo. I call Manny Mo, who's like an uncle to me now. And I said, man, he does all the like big spots at the station. And I called Manny Mo and I said, man, I want to do radio. He said, hey man, call Trey the Chocolate Job. And even before I met Trey the Chocolate Job, when we was on tour, I don't know if you guys remember Naki the Beat Man. It was with the Chocolate Jocks, but Naki, it was the Chocolate Jocks, like with apostrophe S. So it was Trey and Naki. So back in the day, it was like Tone and Shag, Trey and Naki, Mike Love and the Diz. Those were like the duos that was on radio. So Naki was our DJ when we were on tour. So by me kind of getting to know Naki, it opened me up to his world with radio. So I got to meet everybody, build with everybody, and then as far as when I met Trey the Chocolate Jock, that was just phenomenal organic friendship we built. But I got in radio because I won a contest on WGCI called Radio Idol. Radio Idol was a competition, you know, like they do American Idol?
Mm-hmm.
So I did this thing called Radio Idol, and Radio Idol was like millions of people. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like a big thing. So I won it. Shout out to Leroy Johnson, who helped me get my air check. I'll never forget you, brother. And I did it with Leroy Johnson. And when they called, Sam Silk called my name. He's like, we're gonna call the winner. So when he called my name and I was the winner, the prize was to go on GCI. So I won on. You got to pick like what show you wanted to do. So I did like Bad Boy Radio, because Mike Love was like my favorite radio personality. So, and I was blown away because like one of the highlights of my life, I was like the liner on GCI. You know when they be like, 107.5 WGCI, no more for hip hop and R&B. Hit us up on the line 3125, no more 107.5. So it was like they were like the winner, tune in to Seandale Huntley on Bad Boy Radio. Like I was like it was crazy, like just to be that, you know what I'm saying, just to get that. It was priceless, to be honest with you. So I went and did Bad Boy Radio. Shout out Mike Love and the Diz and Leroy Johnson. Shout out Chief as well. And I went and did Bad Boy Radio, killed it, did a great job organically, but I realized though doing it that I wasn't polished, meaning I knew I was raw talent, because it's like. You could be raw talent, but you still got to understand the business of radio. You still have to understand the business element of radio, meaning like read the sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Pop this, say this, say this. So with sponsorships and things of that sort. So I really got educated on the business aspect of things. So what I did was, nobody like really knows this. So I got a call from Trey the Chocolate Jock, and he was like, "Man, you killed it, bro. You a natural." And he was like, "Man, I'm getting a morning show. In 8 months, nobody knows this." He's like, "You're hired." I'm like, what? I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait, hold up.
This is how it happened. So
First call.
No, I get hired on the morning show. Trey the Chocolate Jock. We was on there. Me, Trey the Chocolate Jock, Kendra G, Nail 7, Stony Stables, Nail 7, Lisa E.
Wow.
Was our producer. And go on there, kill it or whatever. So now I'm on the morning show, but what I did was because I knew I was going to be on the morning show, because I remember they was trying to make me a duo on GCI with this cat named Kennard Carter.
Okay.
I don't even know Kennard Carter even knew. They're like, "Hey, we want to make you a duo with Kennard Carter on weekends." And I was like, I'm already in my head, like, I'm going to be on a morning show. So I just kept it moving. But what I did was I really developed on reading sponsors. I would go read a crap load of sponsors, and then what I would do is like, because I was friends with so many people in radio. Okay. I'm like, "Can you do me a favor?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You at the radio station?" "Yeah." "Can you take a picture of like what you're reading on sponsorship? Send it to me."
"Oh, wow."
"I just want to practice it." So I would be just driving and be like, "Power 92, #1 in the streets is coming out, home of the home of the Doug Banks morning show." I would just be practicing as if I'm gonna be on air one day, knowing like, and then I would just practice those sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, sponsorship. So. Sports is such as brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun, only a taco. So just really developing that business element side of radio, not just cracking a mic and wanting to be like a celebrity or something, but understanding the behind the scenes work of what it takes. You know what I'm saying? And so, I did it for like 5 years. Crazy.
There are a lot of people in this world who are great at what they do. Mm-hmm. Do you think that you could teach radio? Because you're great at what you do. Do you think that you could teach it?
Come on now.
I don't know. I've never thought about it.
What?
It's never came to my mind. I didn't go to school for radio. You know what I mean? Everything I could say that I've done, humbly speaking, I've thought about it and just came to life. You know what I mean?
Speaking and exist.
Yeah. I didn't go to school for radio. I never, radio was never like on my radar.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, I didn't be like, I'm gonna go to school for radio. I was so like my mind was on something totally different. So like I never thought in a million years I would be doing like what I'm doing today. So I was just like, I just knew I wanted to do something to make it. I knew to play sports. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I gotta do something to make it out the hood.
Well.
So I just Professor shout out Bria Banks, my sister found out too. You crazy. Shout out Red Breed Entertainment. What up?
Bria Banks, my old student. I was one who enrolled in school. So shout out to you, Bria.
Shout out, Bria.
They said they enrolled you.
That was me.
Yo,
boss lady.
Boss ladies. Yo. Nah, Bria doing her thing. I'm so proud of that young lady.
Yes.
And she's semi-light skin, so I just appreciate
Ooh,
what she's doing.
You know what? I'm
light skin coach.
That's enough. That's enough.
Tough with
That's
us dark
enough.
skinned people, man.
Nah, I'm messing with you. But now, like, it's a blessing, you know what I mean? And working at Power 92, I remember they had a show called the Chicago Power Hour that Sha Blizz used to host. And they end up like, I remember Trey called me like, yeah, man, they want you to load the Power Hour. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, what is that? Like, you know what I mean? They were like, well, it's some show they do because you got a background with like, you know, record deals and whatever. Like, so they want you to. I'm like, all right. So I did it, and Trey was like, yeah, whatever you did, do it again. The ratings went up. I'm like, the ratings went up. I was like, huh?
Let's go.
He's like, do it again. So they made me like the program director over like the entire Chicago division is what they call it.
Nice.
Over the Chicago Power Hour. It was hosted by Sha Blizz, and then me and Ozman started hosting it too. It went so good they boosted it 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing that, and then of course they did budget cuts and layoffs, which I had already started Raw Radio while I was on the morning show because I already knew I was gonna be let go. So I was like, damn, like y'all doing? I'm like, I didn't get it then when they was just like, you know, they pull you to office. So I was like, well, it was 5 years. It was a great run. So,
oh man, you thought it was over with?
No, it was over with.
It was over with.
It was over with. Like meaning, as far as my job, like they was like, you know, letting me know, like we gotta let you go.
Right.
And I was like, this is what I understand about budget cuts. If it's a budget cut, how is it somebody new that's hired to do your job the next day? Like that's weird to me. So I'm like, you know, I guess that's just something they tell you.
Yeah,
I
it
know
is.
a name that you brought up, Trey the Chopper.
Mm-hmm.
He's a teacher here.
Oh yeah, he's a beast. I mean, that.
And the first, I heard his class yesterday, the first thing he said to the new students, you're going to get fired.
Yeah.
When you get hired, hey, you just know now you're going to get fired.
Yeah.
That's just.
Like we're all gonna die.
Right, exactly.
And not to sound weird, but it's like we're here on this borrowed time, so it's like, you know, just putting out the dopest energy while we're here. But when I got laid off, I was like, I'll be back.
Facts.
And they didn't know what I was on. So I called a radio station. I was like, what does it cost for a 30-second commercial? What does a 60-second commercial cost? What does an on-air interview cost? What does a live broadcast cost? So I'm asking them a million questions, and I'm just jotting down so now I know the value of what I'm selling. So we shout out Shorty Capone, the Lions Corp, A-Tap Entertainment. Like, so we bought the airtime, and I pre-sold my slot. I pre-sold my airtime like a year in advance. You know what I'm saying? Like
already ready.
Yeah, I was like, okay, now I see. Okay, so now doing that, I had to understand and be educated on business side of radio, on how media marketing works and things of that sort. And then I was like, oh, this. And then now, like, I do media marketing around the country.
Wow.
So, you know what I'm saying? So like, just build. I'm like, I could do this here everywhere. So it's like. And then building relationships with the TV network. So now I can do TV ads. Building relationships with the billboard companies. Now I can do billboards. Building relationships with. So it's like just adding all these stuff into the to the repertoire. So like, and really just building those relationships organically, and doing just amazing, great business.
Facts.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
man, we getting some great questions
And
out here, bro.
staying consistent.
Getting some great advice from this legend.
This is consistency, and I think that is what wins races.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not always about being a talent. It's people that ain't got no kind of talent at all.
Absolutely.
But because they work hard and be consistent, they make it.
It's the ones that don't give up. You never know. You never know what's in store for you. Well, I just got one more question before we go, get a little sweepers out there, hear what they got to say. I just got one more question. Can you share some key milestones or challenges you faced while building your career in Chicago?
Well, the thing is, the reason I've done radio because I want it to be different. I watch, like, the things that I do on radio now, it didn't exist back in the day. So when you met a radio personality back in the day, you probably met them, they probably gave you a card, and that card probably had a business line on it, and it went to something. I was like, when I get in radio, I'm going to touch as many lives as possible, help as many people as possible, play as many people's songs as possible, just doing something that's never been done. Wow. You get what I'm saying? So, like, we're all here 100 years if we're lucky. So, if you think about it, I wanted to be the person that, like, provided opportunity, because a lot of us, you know, they be, man, how's your views or how was this? I don't really give a crap about none of that. I just care about impacting your life, bringing something to your table that's going to help uplift and boost to whatever it does for you in life. So, because none of us are where we want to be. We all going hard to get to the next level.
That part. So,
like, but I feel like putting that, you know, pouring it, me, I just love to pour into the city in general. So that's why and then you gotta think, I grew up listening to the era of music I support is like, I support everybody.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you're looking at a kid from the west side of Chicago who was raised off Chicago music. So like Twister, Shauna, Do or Die, Triple Darkness, The Snot, all these people I play, like, those were my Jay-Z's growing up.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, to be in position to, like, I mean, when I say play these, a person who may bump into me and they'd be like, man, I do this and this, send your record clean. And they'll actually hear it. Mm-hmm. Millions of listeners, which is priceless. You got millions of listeners on that station. You can hear that station damn near in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Wow.
Michigan City.
Yep.
Lake County. We just did a show, me and 3 Piece, Elkhart, Indiana. It's like the stick is so strong.
Definitely saw that on Facebook.
To be doing just doing what I'm doing. I just wanted to do something totally different that's never been done. I've never seen in the radio. So that's what Raw TV Radio came from. Was like when we first did the meeting. Shout out Jay Allen. It was like, yo, this is the purpose of the show. We're going to support Chicago artists. We're going to play all of it. And I love, you know, shout out to them because they love what I was bringing to the table. And just the thought of committing a whole show to local music and then having high ratings of doing it. You know, it's a blessing. So I love doing what I'm doing.
I love it. I mean, and the revamp right now, we're having Ren with you guys, all that. The revamp, really for real, showing these artists that they're not just doing this at the shows that we put on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you know, I'm Forever Young, Heavy, I'm radio, I'm all that. Mm-hmm. But these artists need something that is going to be tangible for them. And shout out to y'all bringing Chocolate Beer. Y'all just had Joe Rilla, Win. I'm watching y'all bring all these faces that people see on Facebook. Yeah. So shout out to y'all.
Shout out to Joe Rilla.
I just try to really, from the kindness of my heart, because I don't have to do what I'm doing. Like, it costs me to do what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't work for the station. I don't get a check from that station. It costs me to do what I'm doing. It's an amazing partnership. But if I'm playing your record or supporting you or shouting you out or anything, it's costing me to do it. But that shows the passion that I got because of pouring into a city. Come on. Wow. I could have bought a Subway or Chipotle. You get what I'm saying?
Come on. Yes, sir.
What the airtime cost me.
Yes, sir.
And doing it for over 17 years. So I could have did something way different with that bag.
Hey, man, we going to get a lot more information out of it. I want to know later on in the show.
Kevin Collins, what up? Huh?
What would you say to the mayor of Chicago and what's going on, you know what I'm saying, what we got going on with the migrants and everything with the jobs and going on out here? We going to play a couple of sweepers. Boss lady, what you think?
Let's get it, man.
Let's get it.
Well,
that's the grand man, Willie Grand. Hey, you hear Seandale in the back. He shooting out everybody on the line. He's a real personality. And when he came in here, boss lady, let me just say that. When he came in here, he was on the phone talking business. Business.
As he should.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want to learn everything I can from this man.
Y'all better get y'all... You speaking business, we got the Mother's Day Comedy Explosion. RP to my mom, Michelle Hunley. Anybody that lost their mom can definitely identify with that pain. But I did a tribute show to my mom, Michael Blackson, Lunel, Rodney Perry, somebody else, but this is the new one. So I got Eddie Griffin, Benji Brown, Red Grant, Tony Roberts. We got Mike Samp opening, Sherelle Pierce, Mary Lee, Uncle Hank Big Lowdown, performance by 3-piece. You can go to eventbrite.com. Keyword is Comedy Explosion. So we just, and shout out to all the business owners that's been getting the tickets and the artists for the huge giveaway. Like shout out Red Breed Entertainment, Jay Menace, it's different people. Joe Rilla, C Stacks. I'm just thinking all the people that's like bought tickets. We've been doing on their giveaways, just strictly giving them to the moms. You know
Wow.
Nice.
Just to be a blessing. Shout out Chicago's Home Chicken and Waffles. Yeah.
Let's go.
Man, that's what's up. It's all the moms. Big ups to the moms.
Absolutely.
And isn't this Ladies Month or Ladies Month
Women's
just passed?
History Month.
Women's
Okay,
History.
we still in.
Y'all get all the months.
Okay.
Y'all get all the months. Hey man, it's the Grand Man Willie Grand.
And it's Boss Lady Plus
Man,
2.
we just gonna play, and we have Seandale, the mayor of Chicago, the mayor of 92.3. We got him in the house, man. We lucky. We getting all the information we can. And while we here, we gonna let y'all hear some of these sweepers. We'll be right back.
QueenCityUnderground.com, your music, your station. It's the Grand Man Willie Grand. We are here. Hey man, it's going down today. I got Seandale from 92.3. It's going down. Come on, let me. WindyCityUnderground.com. Wednesday, 6 to 7. We gonna talk about everything. Come holler at me. I got the boss lady too. Man.
4, 3, 2, 1.
WindyCityUnderground.com. It's the Grand Man.
It's Boss Lady Plus 2.
Yo, KP in the house.
You know,
what's
it's
good,
always
y'all?
the second segment.
Can't go like this.
right. It's
I
always.
gotta surprise everybody. What's up, y'all?
Hey, go ahead, boss. Go ahead, boss.
He's talking, go ahead, boss. I ain't even saying nothing. But listen, man, tonight we got Seandale in the building. I'm talking about this is nothing but one of the greatest times of my life. One of the greatest times of Windy City Underground, too. Also, to have such a legend in the mayor in the building. So, y'all know what it is. Let's get right to it. Because this guy funny and he just be talking crazy. So, let me get a little talk crazy.
I know he was a rapper, too.
He was a rapper.
Uh-oh.
Come on. So look, Seandale, you know, I asked you about teaching. Okay, on the prior segment, I asked you. I said, you know what? Some people are great at what they do, but cannot teach the craft. You said, I never thought about it.
Never.
Tell me, have you ever thought about getting together a group of young individuals that want to be just like you?
I don't know.
Doing a little bit of mentoring. You don't got to teach, but mentoring.
You know what?
I'm
I used to
talking about
teach.
being right back.
Shout out the DJ Ezon. I did used to teach a class at like the Boys and Girls Club. R.I.P. to Young Pappy. I don't know if you guys ever heard of
Ooh,
Pappy.
Young Pappy, yeah.
So like Young Pappy was like one of my students.
Wow.
Back then there, and R.I.P. to him. But it was like a hip hop class.
Yeah.
It's had like 40 students, probably or more maybe. And I remember, you know, like at the Boys and Girls Club, how like the older kids are always in the gym. So like everybody was in the class, like nobody was in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So the class was just dope, and we were creating like music from scratch. And the way I broke them into groups, and then I had it to where they were creating a song from scratch. So I had like different producers as coaches, like XL, Wild Style from Crucial Conflict, AK from Do or Die, Lupe Fiasco, Jim Stone. So like, it was different people that came in and was involved and were coaches of these different teams. It was just dope how we did it, and they created the songs, and then like the winner got to come on air, world premiere song. So what I did was just, home was just going so hard, so I just made them all winners, and then created a mixtape. Because they were just all like going crazy. But that kid, Young Pappy, was special back then. He was like 9 or 10. That kid was special back then. I was like, this kid is like a...
What was special about him? What did you
No, as
see?
far as musically,
Yeah.
he had it. Like, he was out-rapping everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, this kid
yeah.
stood out. Back then, he stood out. So I was like, yeah, this kid... So when I kind of heard of... Crazy thing is, shout out to Morocco Vine, who's like a film and video director. And congratulations on his new Harold's Chicken. He just opened in Atlanta. But I used to manage Morocco Vine. And Morocco Vine was working with Pappy. It was like 3 weeks maybe before he passed. He's like, man, Pappy said he tried to reconnect with you. He said he used to be his teacher, this and all this stuff. He tried to get his soul, so he was like, cool. So we did an on-air interview and everything. It went phenomenal. And we were going to link up, but we didn't get a chance, unfortunately, because he, ended up being murdered or whatever. So it was just terrible. But I'm glad I was able to connect with him before that happened.
Man, that's crazy, man. So the next question I got is we talking about Chicago. We talking about radio stations. I mean, what do you think separates Chicago from the rest of the major markets in the U.S. or just around the world?
I mean, I think everything separates everything in general, in my opinion. Because when you go to these different markets, shout out Spenzo checking us out. When you go to these different markets, it's like when you're in LA, you hear LA how it vibes. When you're in New York, you hear New York. Chicago has like its own identity as well, to which a certain slang, a certain flow, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, but it's more so diverse because with the new generation bringing in like Chief Keef, for example. I remember my guy Focus to Connect, who told me about Chief Keef and Lil Durk and all of them. I didn't know who these guys were. He was the first person to ever played him on radio ever.
Wow.
Right? I was this kid named Chief Keef, and then I heard him, and him, Lil Reese, and Durk to me, they brought in a whole new era of flow. Because a lot of people I ended up meeting after was sounding just like them.
Just like that.
So what's the sound right now that you know?
I think the sound is all over the place. I think it's a card shuffle. I think you got so many different diverse sounds in general, you don't know what's going to be that sound. So, you know what I mean? Because you got, look at Juice WRLD. Now I hit people that sound like him.
Yeah.
Look at Polo G. Now I hit people that sound like him. Look at, G Herbo. I hear people that sound like him. So it's like, man, everything's all over the place.
So jumping off of that, as you were kind of coming up, you probably saw this time and time again. How one sound kind of becomes the sound for a decade or whatever. Are you able to even kind of predict that to a sense? Or do you see it coming?
Predict the sound?
Well, or I mean just because you know how that whole sound could take over for the decade. Maybe like a Jay-Z or a Drake, that whole type of sound.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
I feel like in life, and Master P and Silk the Shocker were rappers. Because, lyrically, they didn't move me, but those dudes sold a bunch of, records.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just never know what's going to pop or what's going to be that sound. You just don't know. You know what I mean? I know Chicago was, known for, the fast flow, it seemed like.
Drill.
To me.
Yeah.
This is way before drill even existed. So it's back in the day, you had for example, Twister,
I
Crucial
just heard.
Conflict, Do or Die, Infamous Syndicate, The Snipers, D.A. Smart, J.D. Walker, The Brat. But then you had Common. So Common came in with a different flow from a Do or Die.
Changed.
Do or Die and Twister got a whole different sound from a Common. Then you got the Lupe who came in Lupe came in later, but he a legend, but he don't sound nothing like no. You get what I'm saying? But he's still influenced by that flow. If you listen to Lupe, got that song from the M-A-D-I to the S to the O-N, po-N, to get your open, move like it's supposed to get the dough, but the go, but the flow that I'm holding. Jordan ain't know enough of both enough.
Still
So
doing
that I go in, that I go in, when I go in, but the
Come on, you the rapper.
Crucial Conflict with smoking. But a dude like me, I don't be choking, so proceed at a low speed, low key, like an OG and an O3 low. So when you hear that flow, what inspired that flow? I remember years ago when me and Lupe was in a group together, because out of the group, we were the closest because we had the most in common. And I remember him man, I'm trying to fast rap. And I was you don't really got to I'm for example, shout out B-Lo from Do or Die. A B-Lo from Do or Die. What's the record? He I'm gonna go get it. If it ain't did it over it. Certain flows, it's it ain't a super fast rap, but it's the pace of the flow, the pace of the beat. So it makes sound like a fast record. So I'm bro, you ain't gotta really rap fast. You could just follow the beat and do it. So, but Lupe, I could say, taught me how to punchline rap. I was really punchline rap. I wasn't into that until I heard a Lupe Fiasco. Damn, I want to do that. And so he kind of inspired me to want to come that type of vibe. So, he's a
Lupe
problem.
is definitely the GOAT.
Lyrically a problem, but like Gemstone's is a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Chicago is just, man. Because Do or Die, one of my favorite groups of all time.
Of all time, yes.
But I'm going to tell you why. Those dudes know how to make, and if you pay attention to Do or Die, they started on back then. But you pay attention to Do or Die's growth and consistency with coming with real singles with concepts. And they flow.
And the flow.
Do we got to get back to that? We got to get back to the concepts, man.
People got concepts, but it's like, I'm just saying, as far as like, and then Do or Die, what I love about them, they performance, like they show performance is crazy. Like the energy, it's just, man, you just gotta see them. You be like, oh wow. Like Shauna's a beast live. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all ever seen Shauna perform?
Yes, monster.
Problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? And these people are vets. That's what I love. And that's what I love about doing these old school shows I do, like these concerts. Because they bringing you a real show, G. Like, it ain't no, like they standing around and, you know, just 50 people on stage and these people putting on a real show, G.
Well, piggy off of that advice, that plethora, you giving so much advice, so much gems. In your opinion, what qualities or skills are essential for success in Chicago's radio personality?
I just think consistency. Like my thing was to, you know, the star of my show is the city. So you know what I'm saying? So like, if the city is like, the star of raw radio is the city. The listeners, the artists, the business owners. So if I'm shouting out a business owner, if I'm shouting out an artist, if I'm playing your record, if I'm whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's why I do it.
We're going to be listening for Windy City Underground shout out.
That's the easy part.
I ain't say that.
That's the easy part.
That's the easy part. Like, it makes me feel great to wake up and be able to call an artist that's never been on the radio.
Yes.
That's hitting up the DM or the inbox and like, hey, I'm trying to get, and I'll be like, send you a joint in. And then we actually play it. That moment, just put it like this. I remember years ago, right? Years ago, I got a shout out from the Chocolate Jocks. I was working a job. I was like, I don't know what I was working or something. They shouted me out on the radio, right? I don't even remember why, but they shouted me out. They're like, shout out, shout out. I was like, it was like a 10-second high, G. I was like,
Yeah.
They just said, and it was like, then I came back down. I was like, whoa, that was crazy. So I'm saying that to say I know the importance of a shout out because I felt it myself. I was like, oh my God, they just said my name. For whatever reason, I was like, yo, and you know, I'm getting calls. So when I do that for other people, I know what it feels like. You know what I mean? Because, so when you say Windy City Underground show, I'm like, no problem. I can't wait to do it because I was you before, so I know what that feels like.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Trying
shout
to be
out,
you.
I gotta say, shout out to B, Sinatra's, Beezy O'Hare, Mario Barr as well. Like, those dudes are definitely putting in work too. And then the females are doing their thing, from the Shaunas to the Katie Got Bands to the Sasha Gohars to the, of course, Tifa is doing her thing still musically. Man, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
There's so many, Naima Loca, Lucy Luce, it's so many amazing, Flame One, there's so many amazing artists that's out here going crazy, man. Like, I'm just proud of everybody.
So is it just hip hop and R&B, or is it more that you interested in as well?
You lost me.
Hip hop and R&B, or do you broaden like your music perspective?
You mean what do I listen to in general?
Yeah.
I listen to everything. Like, you're looking at somebody that listens to the Beatles, that listens to Marvin Gaye, that listens to Motown music, that listens to Chief Keef, that listens to Twister, Do or Die, Crucial Conflict, Psycho Drama, Snipers, 3Ps, Public Announcement, Shauna, The Brat, Chris Brown. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. I love music in general because I feel like different music makes you feel like I work out, right? I work out to the Rocky IV soundtrack. You know what I mean? Like, I'm listening to the same music that pumped up Apollo Creed. So it's
right.
So I think, you know, different music in general. I'm a music lover in general.
What would you say right now to? I mean, we got graduates here, students that go to R&B program, or excuse me, not R&B, radio, television, broadcasting program. What would you say to somebody who has 1 month left? What would you say to them? Because this is the time they're looking for employment. They're getting their demo reels together. They're ready to go out there and start an interview. What would you say to somebody who has 1 more month of school left?
Man, to be honest, I don't know what I would say to them because I didn't go to school for it. I just believed in me and invested in me. So I kind of went a different route. Like, I didn't, a person that went to school for radio, I wouldn't know what to tell you, like, after that. I mean, I do know, like, some people that's reached out to me, trying to plug them on certain things. I've done that for a lot of people. Getting people connected. Like, Mike Love, for example, he even says it in my movie. Connecting him with the station and end up getting him hired on Cell 106.3. Connecting Tifa with the station when she was looking for a new radio job. Frankie Robinson, when she was looking for a new job or whatever, we brought her on Raw Radio, then she ended up getting hired. This is before May I was on, she was doing midday. Shop Liz, when he was, not working in radio, but wanted an opportunity, we put him back on radio with Raw Radio, and then it propelled him to what he's doing today. So it's like, giving opportunities, I don't mind doing that. I've done that a lot for interns, for different people in general. I learned that from Trey the Chocolate Jug. Like, Trey is giving so many people opportunities in radio. I mean, we'll be talking a daybreak. But, yeah, so.
And Trey just walked through here like he's a normal, he's a legend.
Nah, Trey, like, I'm so grateful for him because I don't know what he saw in me. Like, I be want to ask him, like, yo, what did you see? Like, I don't know what he saw. Like, I'm just grateful because if it wasn't for Trey the Chocolate Jock, there wouldn't have never in life been a Raw Radio on Power 90. It wouldn't even exist.
Well, to spin off of that, who has been your biggest influence or mentor in the radio career?
Trey,
as you said.
Trey the Chocolate Jock. Trey, I've learned, like, I just sat back and watched him, do so many different things, and I knew what to do, what not to do, how to speak, how not to speak. Shout out Hypno Carlito, Jackie Ross, checking us out. Shout out Lil Durk.
Checking us out.
Just knowing, absolutely. But just knowing what to do, what not to do. You know what I mean? Like, so, I'm like, I know not to do that. Because, just for me observing and watching and learning the game, I'm like, wow, I know not to do that. I know not to do this. So, I learned so much from him, like, without him even realizing that he taught me. You know what I'm saying? And he really taught me a lot on reading sponsorships and, pop it like this. I remember I said the word breakfast wrong. I was like, breakfast? I think I was Russian. I was like, get your McDonald's breakfast and he pulled me to the side like, hey man, what does this say? And it was the word breakfast, but it was sounded out like breck and then a dash and fist, and I was like, breakfast. He was like, yeah, you said breakfast. I was like, I did? And he's like, man, you said, he's like, I don't know if you was joking or, you just said it. And I remember my boss, like Jay Allen, called me and was like, yo, what does this say? I said, it says breakfast. He's like, you didn't say it like that. So you got to understand, like, being in that morning show position, you're like, you're talking to millions of people. Yeah. So you got to really be polished. And I was like, and so anytime I said breakfast, I would stomp my feet. So I would say it correctly. Right. I'm like, make sure you guys get your breakfast. Yes, sir. I would stomp my feet just so I wouldn't say it wrong. I'm like, that's right, baby. They got the breakfast. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to get nothing wrong or mess up. So I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I said the word breakfast wrong. It's breakfast. I was like, what? Like, it's not like I'm saying breast on the radio, like breakfast. Like, this is terrible.
Man, that goes a long way. One of my teachers was Al Greer. He was a teacher of mine at Kennedy King.
I think it's at WVON.
WVON. I worked over at WVON with him at the board.
Legend.
Hey, he's a legend. Mm-hmm. And every word that I might say, even though I'm not on the air, I might have to say something being on the board. Mm-hmm. You get it right. You got to get it right. And look, hey, learning from legends, you'll be a legend one day.
So, talking about business, stepping away from the radio for a second. Mm-hmm. For anybody that want to be an entrepreneur, I'm a big fan for entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. and just kind of from everything that you've been able to do, what is like your biggest takeaway when it comes to business and when it comes to getting business done, getting things started, not procrastinating? Like, what's like a big gem that you can tell us that we can hold on to?
I mean, in business, you just want to do things that make sense. It's got to always make sense.
Yeah.
If it don't make sense, it don't make sense to do it. You know what I mean? So, like, if I'm doing a show and the show costs me $150,000, but I'm only gonna gross $200,000, it might not make sense to do this. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a gross, not gross, but net. If I'm a net, $175,000 may not make sense to do this show. So you always want to do something in life that just makes sense. Period.
Oh man,
On business.
Yeah.
Boss, KP, I feel like we done got so much information. Gems.
Shout out.
Shout out. Lastly, but this is my last question. I know y'all might have one. Lastly, who is your favorite radio personality in Chicago, and what do you admire about them?
Well, growing up, Mike Love from Bad Boy Radio was my favorite radio personality. I don't know, it was just something about him. You know what I'm saying? That grabbed me. I'm like, damn, like Mike Love, dope. You know what I mean? So when I was growing up, because you got to think I was hearing Mike Love before I heard of a Trader Chocolate Job. With all these other people. So I'm hearing Mike Love, but I would say Mike Love, Tifa. I love Tifa on air. Super polished. Trey is a beast. I love him on air as well. Topics, how he engaged with his listeners, how he kept your attention. Man, Blizz too. Shot Blizz, one of my favorite. When I used to listen to Blizz, I'm like, man, he sound like so. Definitely. Back in the day, they had a show called The Technicians with Bulu Mass and DJ Ferris.
I was a
Fire.
kid.
That show was fire.
I was a child.
Yeah, too.
And I used to listen to that show. Like, I love that show. Like, their radio show really had me engaged. You don't know what was next. What, you know, just the element of it, of what they were gonna do next, what they were gonna play next. So it was just super dope. So I really loved those are my favorite radio personalities. Trader Chocolate Jock, Mike Love, Tifa, Sha Blizz. I'm trying to think who I love Beyonce Fox as well. I don't know, just her voice is phenomenal. How she reads, how she.
What about the young people that's coming in the game now? The young
people. I love Bria Banks. I love her voice as well. I love it's this kid over there named Casanova.
Cass, oh yeah.
That kid is dope. I love I got super love for Ricky Rampage as well. So even like the young cats that's coming up, like Ricky Rampage, I'll give you an example. I didn't know him, right? But just give it an opportunity. He comes to me at station, man, I heard you this and that, you do shows, I do comedy. I said, all right, on my next show, I'm going to put you on. You call him right now and tell you, like, yeah, he put me on this next show. Never seen him do comedy. But just to provide that opportunity, because I was in position to do it.
That's it.
Something that I was in control of. I called him and said, yo, I'm going to put you on this major comedy show. This is what I'm doing. This is going to be on it. You're on the show. I said, I'm not asking you to sell tickets. And I don't even care. Like, humbly speaking, I was like, I'm going to sell a show out just on my phone. Man, and he was like, man, you know, he did the show, did his thing. It was great. He was beyond appreciative. So just something I could bring to his table to put up under his belt. You know what I'm saying? Never seen him do comedy. Didn't really know him. Never had a 10-minute conversation with Ricky Rampage up until that point. But I love what definitely the new Mayha as well. She's a beast. You know, Mayha's a beast. She's very crisp on what she's doing. Oz is just a legend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, he back there teaching.
He back there teaching right now.
Oz is a goat. But I don't know. I just man.
I'll be checking out Lil Cuz.
I've never really listened to Lil Cuz or got a chance to.
Yeah.
But salute to whatever he's doing too. You know what I'm saying? A young dude doing something positive with his life. So salute to Lil Cuz over at GCI as well.
Shout out DJ Hot Rod.
Yep, shout out Hot Rod. Like, Hot Rod is dope too. You know, when you hear Hot Rod, I haven't heard him yet at GCI, but, you know, listening to him on Power, he definitely was bringing something refreshing. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Hot Rod.
Yeah.
The Lip Pit, just the name, the Lip Pit was, you know what I'm saying? Creative and catchy. So I kind of got love for everybody. Like DJ KC's and my DJ.
Yes.
That kid is
Caesar.
a beast. Naphis is on fire. DJ Naphis, that dude is, oh my God.
Man,
I love it. You know, just to even hear you say that about giving opportunities.
Yeah.
I'm
Like, not to cut you off, like in my movie, right? I got a documentary film called I Put On For My City. Naphis tells you how he's on right now. You know, Naphis is on every day from, what was it, 3 to 7? They offered me that job. And I was like, give it to Naphis. He needs it. He has a family. I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm great with being on once a week and being like very impactful with what I'm doing. So but that's what I'm saying. Just, man, I was like, nah, get it to Naphis.
It's the opportunities. To be in a position to give opportunities like that is like one of the elite, right? So me being a director of admissions, what I do is I change lives. So I enroll students into this type of program.
Absolutely.
You tell me this. Has there ever been a point in time, because at this point in time in my life I'm feeling real selfish, right? So I could develop my career. Because I've been given so many opportunities and putting people in front of me. Now it's time to develop my career. Have you ever felt like it was a time for you to be selfish? Is that when you started being...
You can be selfish because God has for you what he has for you when he has it for you.
Let's get it.
So whatever you're doing, it's not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I've never looked at it like I'm competing with anybody. I'm just doing me and I'm letting God guide me. But shout out Smokey the Bandit. But I'm not. So I don't think it's whatever is for him or him is for them. No matter what you do. So I just think keep providing opportunities. Keep, you know, opening as many doors as you can. Because you never know what it's doing for that next person.
Right.
Now, everybody, you know, some people that may get a position, some people may get in and, you know, forget, but a lot of people are going to remember. And that's the legacy that you're building that, you know, that God created for you, saying, man, she opening doors, she changing lives, she helping people get on, she did it. So, I think my advice to you would be, keep doing what you're doing. Still do you, but never, because it ain't gonna advance you quicker if you know what I'm saying? Like, you're still gonna walk the same pace. Like, you're gonna be all right. So I would never say, if you got a position or a door that you can open for anybody, open it. Give everybody opportunities.
Come on, gatekeepers.
For example, you come get on my show, do this interview. Okay. I could have been like, why? Why would I do that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, but to be a blessing to just come in, first off, I'm grateful for the opportunity and the invite to even be, you know, being in your presence with doing this. It's a blessing to me too. So I just want to say thank you guys for the invite. You know what I'm saying? To speak on your platform, which is priceless.
I definitely appreciate you coming on. This was the gem of you walking in and then just telling us what we need to do to be where you are, to help someone else get on.
Humbly speaking, to be where I'm at, got a lot of work to do. Because, man, it's so much I've done and just how I've done it. It's kind of unmatched. You know what I mean? Like, I also got to shout out Fabian Soul. I love what he's doing too. Him and Dottie Stacks from Soul 106.3. They Sadie Star, they doing a thing too.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, what I'm doing, it's kind of unmatched. Because I can't think of somebody who was in radio who wanted to do what I'm doing, who's committing. Again, you got to think, I don't work for the station. I don't get a paycheck from the station. I pay for my airtime. Sunday night, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Power cost me. So I'm giving so much love, showing love, you know, because I'm passionate about it, pouring into the city. So people to hear this, like, that's great. Like, you know how amazing it is to be able to come live on a radio station and get an interview in your hometown with millions of listeners? It's priceless.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to get there, okay? I'm trying.
We trying to get there.
We trying to get there.
We gonna be there.
Thank you so much, Seandale, for coming on the show. I really appreciate even answering my inbox. So I appreciate that. And then we definitely want to bring you back when we start up, you know, even move to our new location where we're going to have a storefront and everything where they're going to see you actually doing it.
Y'all moving out of here?
Again.
Y'all
Very soon. Very soon.
We're
We're moving.
that lease.
We're moving to a better, so that you can see the radio station, actually see it on the storefront.
Oh, like
So
ABC
you're gonna see
or
it.
something.
Yep,
Like
gonna look
ABC.
just like that. Okay, we're moving up to the big leagues.
They must
Okay,
have some real government funding.
Seandale, thank you so
You
much.
win
This
212 awards in a row.
Right, when you win 2312 radio station, online radio stations of the year.
I don't even think that's got nothing to do with it. It's a bag somewhere. It's a crazy bag somewhere. They got y'all like in a glass in front of the. Yo, somebody. Hey, God, it's good.
I'm just
You see
saying,
what I'm saying? I said it's good for you. Yo,
my man.
they-
Okay, this
the
is
whole
my
19th
man.
floor. Wow. To
Cannot.
lose that lease.
Man.
You know what, Seandale, we gone. We gotta get up off here. Y'all look.
We going
We gotta get up on the show because Seandale gonna get us kicked
That's
out.
before I
He
was
gonna
here,
get us
bro.
kicked-
That's before I was here, bro.
Y'all probably breaking the news early. Y'all better stop, man. That man little gonna be like, yo.
We'll have a meeting about this.
They gonna have a
time.
meeting about this.
I did
y'all
role
say
play, folks, so
something.
they be so excited they say something before it happens. y'all gonna get these people put out, man. Y'all better stop, man.
I cannot, man.
Y'all
Look,
bugging.
we gotta definitely get up out of here. Come on,
It's gonna
Seandale.
be a getting up out of here. Ooh, they gonna cut them out. I'm like, what happened to the wall? They made us take down everything. Everything must go. What happened? I can see that. Y'all better stop.
So my
Hey.
boss lady said,
Yeah, I
yeah,
know
boss
the
lady said,
Struggling to pay the bills.
She might be the person that's.
I'm
Shut
cool.
up. Her name
I'm
must
cool.
be on the lease.
I'm cool. Okay. I'm cool.
Skills.
Coming soon, man. Illinois Media School.
Shout
I
out
just wanna-
Zaysky Alizé too.
I want to make sure that we give the proper recognition to Illinois Media School, period. Thank you for letting us get this platform. Thank you for even producing the kind of people that we produce to put out there in the industry. Shout out to Ricky Rampage, Bree
out to
Specific, Leon Rogers, all
Bree.
graduate. Bria Banks graduated from Illinois Media
Oh,
School.
Leon
So
Rogers
shout out
graduated
to,
from
you know what? I
Leon.
cannot
Graduated from
You know,
Leon.
yes.
How
The
long has
Lombard.
school been around?
30 years.
Oh,
30 plus
we been here.
years.
I'm like Leon, like 50.
Ooh,
I'm 43. I know he's like probably like 53. He's got to be like 10 years older than me.
I cannot take it.
That's
He
my
is
man.
on the
I know,
roll.
But I'm like, now I'm saying like when you said shout out to the alumni,
They went to school.
y'all been getting bags
For a minute.
Leon Rogers graduated to a Ricky Rampage. Yo,
Look at him.
that's bananas, yo.
Leon to Ricky.
This school is consistent. Shout out to whoever was before y'all too there.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Hey, it's Boss Lady Plus 2,
Oh
man. You
my
can find me
God,
on
yo.
Facebook, Carly Boss Lady Rainey. You can also find me on Instagram at Boss Lady Carly. And make sure you look for my show. I'm getting ready to drop it on YouTube, man. Boss Lady Fans Love coming very soon. Ball, the balloon
That's
pop.
fine. Whoa, oh, wow.
You know, I'm just saying. You,
Hey, bro.
the balloon pop. We shooting it this next
balloon
weekend,
pop.
y'all. We shooting it this weekend.
Wow.
21.
Hey,
Let's get it.
it's the Grand Man, Willie Grand, and we are here. Hey, thank you for this great show, Seandale.
Absolutely.
Thank you. You can find me on Facebook, Willie Granderson, and at the Grand Man. And you can find me on Instagram at Granderson Willie. And you can find me at Illinois Media School. Come on, get in school and just learn some of these skills. You know, be like Leon Rogers, Rampage, the Grand Man, Boss Lady.
Wow.
Let's go.
You
Let's
can
get it.
find me at the parking garage. How do you get about this?
In about 5 minutes.
No, but Raw TV Radio on Instagram, Shonda Maurice Hunley on my Facebook fan page. Also, Raw TV Radio Facebook fan page, which is growing rapidly. I think about like 175,000 followers.
Come
and growing.
on. Come on.
So make sure you guys go follow, like, subscribe to that. Man, go to eventbrite.com. Mother's Day Comedy Explosion goes down Sunday, May 12th at the Greenwood Oasis, which is Pastor John Hanna's church facility. Man, Eddie Griffin. Tony Roberts, Red Grant, Benji Brown, Mike Sam, Uncle Hank Big Lowdown, Shabrell Pierce, Mary Lee, 3-Piece, plus more. It's going out, so make sure you guys get your tickets for that. Eventbrite.com. My documentary film I put on for my city. The premiere, you guys, if you guys want free tickets, it's all on me. It's going to be at Joe's Bar and Grill, which is March 24th. We're going to be broadcasting live and after parties. If you guys want free tickets to that, you guys are more than welcome to have that. That premieres at 4 p.m. And other than that, God is good.
Let's go.
Love, live life. I love everybody, and God bless everybody. And if you don't like me, I still love you.
That part.
Yo, I don't know how y'all got me coming after that one, but man, yo, shout out KP the artist. Shout out to Renew Your Mind nonprofit brand. Shout out Black Therapists in Chicago. Find me on Instagram KPC33. You will see you can't change the world unless you change yourself. From there, you can find me everywhere else. Get there, and we there. Let's get
Shout
it.
out Young Fly Money. He said thank you guys for putting on for the city.
Man, thank
Oh,
you.
Young
big
Fly
ups-
Money.
Shout out
Big
Young
ups to
Fly
Send
Money.
that music
Shout
in.
out
We need
Boy
clean.
Boys.
Clean
Billy
music.
Ray Valentine.
Finna go
Let's
add
go,
you right
y'all.
now.
We about to add you right now, bro.
Let's get
Send
it.
that clean music in.
Send the clean
hey, man,
music.
well, we got to get up out of here. You know, we got other shows that need to come on. There's still school going on, and we appreciate you, Seandale.
No
hey,
doubt.
man, it's the Grand Man, Willie Grand, and
Yeah.
Boss Lady plus 2.
KP.
and we are out.
Message.
Yeah, that's it.